This is Arcadius, and welcome back to Naval Creed. Today we will be reviewing the prism ship Legion. Now, this ship is one that came out not too long ago, and it's kind of special. It has the same hull as Lightning and Jutland, as I have renamed these two ships. However, this one has four double turrets of double 4-inch guns. Now, the caliber is kind of low compared to the 5-inch guns you find on every other destroyer or higher, but it does definitely work. It's kind of like an Akazuki, except it has 8 torpedoes instead of 4, so it's more useful in that regards. However, the guns, I mean, I've actually had quite good use of the guns. They're rapid firing, and like I said, there's 8 guns. However, you have to remember they're 4-inch, so you're not going to do giant damage numbers. The HE is really powerful though. Also, the AA on the ship is actually relatively good, and I have mine fitted out with anti-air barrage, and I use mine as an AA ship, and it actually works relatively well. Now, besides that, speed, you have 35.2 knots, you have 15,500 health as base. So your torpedo range is 8, a speed of 56 knots, zero point 0.6 rounds per minute, not too bad, and your gun range is 11.6, all very usable. So, now that I give a brief description about the stats, let's hop into a game and show you how she plays. Alright, and here we have ourselves a game. 3 battleships, 3 cruisers, and 1 destroyer. So I won't be able to show you any destroyer on destroyer action, and I cannot show you how I will be going up against carriers. However, this ship may be good to show you how it does against battleships and other cruisers. So as you can tell, my health is a bit higher as well as my speed because of the buffs I have applied, and that'll go with all my ships in these videos. So if you haven't gotten used to that already, then I guess you should. I don't know what to say. So like I said, we have AA barrage. In this case, it's unlimited. Additionally, I have the 5 special smoke screens you can use at half speed. And here we go. Now the gun angles, the 4th turret gun angle is there, but 3rd gun turret is slightly different. Oh, not too much apparently. Yeah, so it's only a little bit better. But the 3rd turret can turn around to the front too, so you can remember that. Torpedo angles, generally British torpedo angles, which are not very good. But the main thing about the ship is the guns. Now the shell velocity is actually relatively good. It's not as fast as Akazuki. You're not going to get the 1,000 meters per second that ship does, but it's still really good. And it just overcomes destroyers really, really easily. Alright, let's see how she does against Vanguard. Now, you would want to aim for the superstructure with high explosive. Yes, you have armor piercing, but like I said, it's only 4-inch armor piercing. It's not going to take any big chunks out of it. It might be useful against cruisers, and that would be all. Now, the maneuverability of the ship is slightly questionable. It has it doesn't turn very well. I'll slow down, use my smoke screen, and see if I can whittle down any of these ships. Like I said, as you can tell, I've gotten 4 fires already, so this ship is a really good fire starter. Let's see here. Tirpitz is there. See if we can dump a few torpedoes towards her. And you just kind of whittle her down. It's very American play style. There's another fire where you use your advantage of a smoke screen and try and whittle ships down with your high explosive shells and fires. Undetected, but my torps are about to hit. The Vanguard's not going to have a good day here. And Turpits is going to take some as well. Ding, 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 ding. Fun. And Oyoto? Oh, but the Vanguard. Oh, no, ran out of range. Oh well. But 7 torpedoes, that was relatively good salvo. Boom. See if we can finish this Vanguard. She's kind of low. Like I said, the guns are only 4-inch, but they're good for taking out low health ships as well. And you can tell I definitely don't have any problem penning on superstructure of larger ships. But I'm always aiming for the superstructure. If you go for the belt or any part of the hull, most of the time you're just going to shatter or ricochet. So always aim for the superstructure, which with these high shell angles doesn't really pose a problem all that much. And as you can tell here, the ship is done. I'm still at half speed, so let's work on that. And I can show you how armor piercing works at range, even I'm not quite sure how it'll work at this range. Yeah, see, I'm just getting a bunch of ricochets and small damage numbers. I am getting pens. Oh, I'm running into it anyway. But it doesn't really matter. And then just use your range and your rate of fire and just keep pumping out high explosive shells. I'm nearing my range here. I would say if this ship has one... Well, this ship doesn't really have a weakness. It has good high explosive against destroyers, as high explosive and armor piercing to use against cruisers. It has torpedoes and high explosive shells and fires to use against battleships, and it has good AA against carriers. So this is a jack of all trades kind of ship. It can adapt to any kind of situation you throw it in. And there's the game, 143,000 damage, 2 ships sunk, 262 shell hits, 7 torpedoes, 7 fires, and 2 floodings. Now this was also one of the ships that is privy to the upgraded free XP bonus. If you max it out, you can grind a bunch of free XP with a ship. For instance, I made almost 6,000 free XP alone in that one game. Now, what are my thoughts on the ship? I feel like there's a lot of pros here, except maybe the 102mm guns. Like I said, they're just 4-inch guns, but as you could tell, they're definitely something you can work with. With the amount of shells that you're pumping out and the rate of fire that you're shooting, you're not going to run into a problem of DPM at all. You can overwhelm destroyers and keep everything else at bay. You're not a ship to be ignored. I would hesitantly say it's actually even probably more powerful than lightning in the terms of gunfire. That being said, it it's a very good ship, and if I would say buy it or not to buy it, I would say go ahead and try it. If you like the American and other British ships, you would like this one without a doubt. However, if you're more of a torp based destroyer player, then this one would not be the way to go. Like I said, the torps are pretty good, and you saw I had a really good salvo there, but even with 7 torpedo hits, I didn't sink a single ship with a torpedo. So you have to keep that in mind as well. It's mainly a gunboat, and that gunboat, well, it has 4-inch guns. All in all, though, I think it's a great ship and I love playing it every once in a while. So, thank you for joining me today and see you in the next video. Take care.